Hello and welcome back. This is just going to be a wee short video, and I want to talk to you about how important it is for people on the spiritual path to factor in time doing nothing. If you're anything like me, you feel a little bit guilty when you are not reading books that challenge your brain, or doing courses, or trying out exercises, or working on improving your body or your mind in some way. Push. I feel an impetus inside me to be doing things to improve myself, or to help others, or to achieve something every day that I can look back and say that was enough. I did enough today. But actually you get very burned out when you do that, and I speak from experience. I think that it's almost like biting off more than you can chew. If you take in too much information, it's wasted because you cannot process it. It gives you headaches, it interferes with your sleep, it makes you feel overwhelmed, and you have to have the balance. I'm going through a process of that at the moment, where I've kind of gone a little bit the other way. I have dropped off from I used to set myself to do an hour or two of different courses every day at least, or more. I was just constantly, if I was ironing, I was listening to things. If I was I was signing up for summits, and just constantly watching. Sometimes I'd be doing two things at once. I'd be listening to someone on a podcast or whatever whilst I was ironing, or whilst I was cooking, or whilst I was doing something online that didn't require my brain too much, or filing or something. Just constantly bombarding my mind with sometimes quite chewy advanced things, and it did result in utter exhaustion by the end of the day, and just a feeling that there must be something a wee bit wrong with me, that I couldn't become this superhuman person who was doing all the energy healing work and running the house like an afterthought, and being terribly spiritual every minute of the day, and never having a harsh word, or if I was feeling down, I would constantly be thinking to myself, you above all people know better than this. What can you do? Can you do this energy exercise, or do something with essential oils, or concoct something or other, or call down the healing? And really it can be exhausting when you're flogging yourself like that. And also we have our mind, which is what I'm beating up when I'm doing this, pushing with the mind. But we also have what they call the gut brain, which I don't really like that name, but basically there's something going on in these chakras or whatever down here, maybe it's the solar plexus, where information that your mind can't even conceive of is coming to you. Things like what you're reading in other people's auras, or stuff that's solar flares from the sun, or what's happening in the nature, or things that are beyond your physical ability to sense and see. Your gut brain is picking up all this information. There's so much going on. It must be like Piccadilly Circus energetically out there, and your mind couldn't handle a 0.5% of what it is. It's all bombarding into your gut brain, and your gut brain is fantastic. It takes it in and it processes it in this historic fields, and it filters it down, and it feeds it into your subconscious, or all the mechanisms that are running all the different systems in your body. Is fantastic. But what you have to do every now and then on a regular basis is just shut the mind down a little bit, and take yourself someplace quiet for what they call yin time, where you're not doing anything, you are doing nothing, or you're just being. Maybe you're not doing at all, you're being. Just go somewhere and be. And if you can do that, it might only take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Just allow your body to process and digest the information that it's taking in, and this will keep you from burnout. I really have to work at this. I'm aware that I don't do it enough. I snatch little moments here and there, and when I'm sort of taking them, it's like there's this the mind gets flooded with thoughts, and it's still very busy. It's always trying to distract me, and I have to just try and remember to breathe, look at the trees, register the warmth of the sun, or the feel of the wind, or the buzz of an insect, or, try and take myself to be very fully present, and to not consciously be trying to achieve anything in that moment, to just be resting, going into a different kind of mode of being. And when you do that, it allows your systems to catch up. It's like if you were constantly snacking from the minute you got up in the morning to the minute you went to bed at night, you'd have a problem, because your organs and your digestive system really couldn't handle what you were feeding it. And your mind and your gut brain, you find a better name for that, they need a break. You need to give them a break so that they can process what you're feeding them. And you can have this balance between being in your body, enjoying your body, enjoying life, which is what we're down here for. We're down here, you have to remember it sometimes. You have to think, gosh, I'm on earth at this time. I am relatively healthy. I am breathing. I have many years ahead of me, and this is real. There's a lot of simple pleasures that you can enjoy, just giving yourself these moments. And when you do that, and the body gets a chance to process the information, you will start to have much better, much clearer, much stronger insights and feedback from your mind, and from this system that I don't quite fully understand how it all works. I just know that it does work, and it pops up inspiration for you, ideas. It can take care of blockages and healing them. You've got to give it a little bit of time and space to do the processes that it needs to do to keep you running as magnificently as you do. So I think it's hugely important, and I thought it was important enough to do a short video on how you need to be busy doing nothing, a lot more than you currently are, and that it's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up, you don't have to feel guilty. In fact, it's necessary, in the same way that you wouldn't expect to run without sleep. You can't expect to function without factoring in these breaks in your day, and then you won't get to where I'm currently at, which is I've just retreated in a fairly large way, a significant way that I can notice. I've had to retreat and just stop for a short time, bombarding my brain in particular, but I don't know what's going on. There's massive things going on energetically in the world at the moment. It's accelerated changes in vibration and what's going on astrologically. There's just so much happening with all these new moons and gateways and solar bursts and changes in the earth, natural stuff happening that's rippling around the planet. It's really busy time at the moment where very important, significant things are happening. And you've got to, you've got to understand that what you're doing is more than enough. Just being awake and aware and trying and trying to be a good person. All these very simple things that we regard as nothing are in fact contributing to the progress of the earth. And one of the best things you can do to fulfill the purpose that you came down with is to find the joy and the peace and the happiness that are available to you in the world, and to experience the world and to sort of acknowledge yourself in it, to be part of this world and not always off in your head, in your mind, up away with the fairies. You have to be present, fully present. So call it mindfulness, but I don't think that's quite the right word. It's about being in your body right now, where you are, and that being enough. Not having to be reading books or listening to audios or, busy doing things all the time. Just stop, sit, breathe, be, allow processing to happen, and then wait. And you'll get a sense of when it's enough, and then you'll find little bursts of ideas or little forward movements in things that you're doing. It just allows it to catch up. Okay, I hope it's very important. I hope you take that on board and give it a go, and you can let us know how you get on or what you think about that, if you get anything to add to it. Okay, I hope that really helps you. I'll send you love and light and many blessings to you. Take care.